When it comes to NVIDIA versus Apple for AI, one thing rules everything: VRAM. The moment an NVIDIA card runs out of VRAM and spills into system RAM, performance collapses. That's the difference most people completely miss. If you're even thinking about building your own personal AI machine, you've probably run into two giant names: NVIDIA and Apple. And if you're trying to decide NVIDIA versus Apple for AI, you're not alone. Today, I'm breaking down their completely different approaches to help you figure out which one is the right move for you. The AI revolution is breaking out of massive, expensive data centers. The power to run sophisticated open source AI models has moved right onto our desks. This technology is more accessible than ever. So you want in on the action. But what gear do you actually need? And more specifically, when it comes to NVIDIA versus Apple for AI, how do you choose? It comes down to two very different philosophies. NVIDIA is all about raw, specialized GPU power for AI workloads. Apple is making a huge bet on massive unified memory for AI models. So, which one is actually better for what you want to do? If you remember one thing from me about NVIDIA versus Apple for AI, make it this: when you run AI models locally, one thing rules everything: VRAM. This is the golden rule. Before an AI model can generate a single word or one pixel, its entire brain, all of its weights and data, has to be loaded into your GPU's video RAM. If it does not fit, performance falls apart. It becomes slow and frustrating. It's simple. More VRAM lets you run bigger, smarter AI models. Now you might wonder how you fit a model that needs 168 gigabytes of memory onto a graphics card with only 24. The answer is a clever technique called quantization. Think of it like smart compression for AI models. It reduces the precision of the numbers inside the model's brain, which dramatically shrinks its size so it can run on hardware regular people can afford. The sweet spot is Q4KM. Many people consider it the gold standard. It cuts a model's memory footprint by about 75%, while only reducing quality by around 5%. That trade-off makes local AI possible, whether you're using NVIDIA or Apple hardware for AI. With VRAM as our guiding principle in the NVIDIA versus Apple for AI debate, let's meet the first contender, Team NVIDIA. They are the long-reigning champions of the GPU world, and their philosophy is built on raw speed and specialized hardware for AI. Look at the upcoming RTX 5090. It offers 32 gigabytes of VRAM and nearly an 80% jump in memory bandwidth. The AI TOPS numbers are a massive leap. When your AI model fits inside that VRAM, nothing is faster. In the NVIDIA versus Apple for AI conversation, this is NVIDIA's strongest argument. But the advantage is not just hardware. NVIDIA's ecosystem is mature. Tools like CUDA and the Windows subsystem for Linux are widely used and well supported. And if you are on a budget, a used RTX 3090 with 24 gigabytes of VRAM is an incredible value for running AI models locally. Now let's look at the second contender in the NVIDIA versus Apple for AI comparison. Apple. They are playing a completely different game. Instead of focusing on a small pool of ultra-fast VRAM, Apple redesigned memory with unified memory. In this architecture, the CPU and GPU share one large pool of memory. There are no separate memory banks. That means no constant copying of data back and forth, which is a major bottleneck on traditional PCs. Here is a simple way to picture NVIDIA versus Apple for AI. NVIDIA gives you a small, extremely fast racetrack. It works perfectly as long as your AI model fits on that track. If the model is too big, it spills into slower system RAM, and performance drops sharply. Apple built a massive multi-lane superhighway. It may not have the same peak speed for small workloads, but it can handle very large AI models, While a top NVIDIA consumer card offers 32 gigabytes of VRAM, a high-end Mac can be configured with up to 192 gigabytes of unified memory. That allows you to run models that would never fit on a single consumer NVIDIA GPU. The moment an NVIDIA card runs out of VRAM and spills into system RAM, performance collapses. Apple's unified memory is designed to prevent that problem. This is the core architectural difference in NVIDIA versus Apple for AI. And this is not just theory. Real-world speeds on a MacBook Pro are reaching over 20 tokens per second, which you can think of as words per second. That is not just usable. It is genuinely fast. It shows that Apple Silicon is a viable platform for running AI models locally. So, now we clearly see the two philosophies in NVIDIA versus Apple for AI. NVIDIA offers maximum raw speed inside its VRAM limits. Apple offers massive shared memory to handle larger models. How do you choose? Go with NVIDIA if your top priority is raw speed and your AI models fit comfortably inside dedicated VRAM. It is also the best choice if you rely on the mature CUDA ecosystem or if you are building a multi-GPU server. Choose Apple if your main goal is to run the largest, most advanced AI models available, especially ones that will not fit on a single NVIDIA card. It is also the clear winner for portability and power efficiency. To simplify the NVIDIA versus Apple for AI decision by budget, under $1,000, a used RTX 3090 gives you an exceptional amount of VRAM for the price. With a bigger budget, the RTX 5090 is the speed-focused option. But if your goal is to run the largest AI models you can access, an Apple M series machine with as much unified memory as possible is the answer. Inside its VRAM limits, a high-end NVIDIA GPU is incredibly fast. But once your AI model exceeds that VRAM and touches system RAM, the performance advantage disappears. That is where Apple's unified memory shines in the NVIDIA versus Apple for AI debate. And this brings us to the bigger question. AI models are only getting larger. So in the long run, in NVIDIA versus Apple for AI, which approach wins? The platform with the fastest specialized hardware, or the one with the largest and most flexible memory pool? It is a fascinating question to consider. Thanks for joining me.